this was what I remember. This, and it's like, come on, bro. What are we doing? All right, so in this one, we are back here again, reacting to another top 10 meta PvP tier list, and this one's Akashi's. I seen this on Twitter a few days ago. I want to hear the explanation for some of these placements, because for a lot of them, I feel like there's unique spots. Again, I'm just curiosity checking on myself here. There's not much content to do within the week, ending, Monday, Tuesday, how it be within those. We've been here long enough. You know what's going on within that. A little dry spell. We do have Yellow Hit seemingly getting his Zenkai soon, but that is not here nor there. It is arriving soon. But let's see this. Let's see how he's talking on the Kaio-Ken boy and these other, likes of the top 10 units.
We are back with another top 10 tier list, and this tier list is for the new legend Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken Goku.
The GOAT, bro.
Some rules
the GOAT.
For the tier list. We've got every Ultra at 10 stars, every legend unit at 10 stars, every Legends Limited at 9 stars, and every Sparking at 14 stars. This is about the optimal for every single unit, besides from 14 stars, given most people don't get people there. So let's get into the tier list now. Okay, so we're starting with the bottom of the tier list, and at the bottom of the tier list we have the fan service and the honorable mentions. The fan service, they have no contribution to the tier list besides from the fact.
Alright, so I'm gonna just I'm glad there's tiers that don't have any contribution to anything. I like that, actually. Oh, I went too fast. Hold on, I went too fast. Oh, well, shocked! Fuck! Spoiled. Alright, well.
But they're not going to be making my 10th space.
Oh, these honorable mentions. I'd say Goku Bardock. Blue UI, no. Unfortunately disappointing. Revhan. I still don't know why people gaslit themselves into pretending, Gohan is Gohaning when Revhan is nothing in the factor of anything. When you look at Zenkai, totality-wise, that purple sells better, actually, pretty objectively right now. Legend Bardock, of course, the GOAT's back because it's Legend Bardock and he's Bardocking. Yellow Jiren, Ultra Hit, he lost tier boost, so. Honorable mentions, I mean, Goku Bardock, I think, can make it, but no one else here really matters.
Let's get into the actual top 10, though. This tier list is starting out rough for the star boy of this video, but Legend Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken Goku.
Again, I'd rather Goku Bardock here, but let's hear it out. What's going on?
We're higher than the 10th space. This is where your journey stops, at least for now. Let's talk about him. His main thing.
It's not just for now. This isn't not Triku. People like to say, oh, this guy's going to be Triku. He's not. Just think about it. Our last Yellow Ultra was Name It Goku. That is over a year plus. That means we're due for Yellow Ultra. A Yellow Ultra happens. That purple boy getting fucking put into the grave. He's already in a grave. Matter of fact, he's in a tomb. That shit's already made. He's getting further put. He's looking at USV like he's jealous of what USV was to what he became. That's how Kaio-Ken is feeling right now. He's already lower than a USV when Cooler had dropped. Kaio-Ken is a nothing, an airball, a useless little shit.
Thing right now, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's crazy to say that this is his main thing, especially based on how the developers intended for his kit to be used, is that he can tank against greens and he can also disrupt that half health with survivability.
Can he tank against greens? He can live because we don't have any offense powerhouse green. I'll give that.
Crazy that that's his core value right now. I've seen multiple people try to run him on different teams. God Key, Future, Universe Rep. They're leader slowing. They're trying different things. They're trying anything to make him shine just that bit more. But it just doesn't work. But there's one team where you can get super far with him. And of course, the base of it is Universe Rep. You will run Goal 17 and Boo Bros. If you've been playing PvP recently, you will know there's a pandemic of double blue being run right now. If it's not Boo Bros and Goal 17, you're going to see the Xenoverse 2 Rose. Nonetheless, double blue is coming up consistently, and what's better than having a purple to protect those blues from the green?
The purple has to be runnable is the issue here. Unfortunately, this purple's not runnable. And if we really are talking that Kaio-Ken's best asset in experience right now is his defensive natures, this is a damaging unit. This is literally a guy that stacks 50 50 50 50 50 50 50 50 50 50 50 50 50 for 10 counts per card. His best asset is not the damage. This guy is no defensive monster, man. This ain't no TGB Legend Broly. This ain't nothing akin to that. He's just a fucking failure. That team, this guy will cost you so many matches more than you'd ever anticipate. I rather Goku Bardock there. You super juice your blues. You do like a 3x on both of them of your Blue Duo and your Goku Bardock, and then you have 17 Frieza leader slot. I'd rather that. I'd rather that than Kaio-Ken. By far. It's not even a fucking spectrum. It's a by far. I don't like Goku Bardock. I think they're shit. But I think they're better than this. Yeah, okay.
Means Goku is still doing his job. So against Broly, Shalot, Goku is able to counter Broly because of his gauge, and he's able to tank against Shalot and Broly on the defensive end. But
this is to validate top 10, by the way. Number 10. Imagine people that have him higher. Like we've seen. I don't know what we're talking about in defense for fucking Kaio-Ken, bro. I don't know what's going on.
That against everybody else, it's going to set you back.
He sets you back even against Broly, because 3v3 game, you're not always fighting Broly when you have Kaio-Ken out, because Broly could just swap out, and then they could just swap into Broly. Guess what? After that. And then it's like, wow, Kaio-Ken could have stopped transformations. Oh, wait, but he couldn't, because it's 3v3 game. You can't get that, the nullify, whatever the fuck it's called here, the TVB effect as consistent as maybe like a TVB type for like 30 counts or some bullshit that he has, or 10 counts after he pops a green card. This guy gets it for literally lesser and lesser and lesser. That's a new philosophy, but it's still lesser and lesser and lesser and lesser, and making him lesser of value.
He's going to set you back. He does have an arts cost increase, which is good, and he does obviously.
It doesn't matter enough. The arts cost increase is probably the worst type of disrupt that you could see, because a lot of units can just tag switch, and even more so than that, some units can just cancel it within like a UVB-esque.
Help a bit more when allies die, but are you going to keep him alive over your allies? Probably not. So overall,
I'm glad we understand that.
He's not optimal, because right now
he's not. There is no team you will benefit Kaio-Ken over any other unit that is on this list. There is never going to be that sequence. You can never argue that. You will never be able to argue that. You'll be able to argue it less when Legend Ultra Final Form Cooler drops alongside, whatever Legend Bird Coup happens in the next month span here. But for what's going on, you will never argue this guy. He is never optimal on your team. There is not one team this man is optimal. The reps campaign's a failure because the reps unit don't even want to be on motherfucking reps. This guy, if he's not on reps, he can't do shit. If he is on reps, he still isn't doing shit. But he does a little bit less shit.
Now he is intended to be a specialist unit that counters whoever's available. And some people might genuinely think he's not making a top 10 at all, but I don't think that.
He doesn't.
I really think he's in a position where he's getting helped by Go 17.
Yes.
He's only really got one super strong.
He's getting helped by them with, they stack support, and they give guard, and they already give generalized support. So he's getting a super duper buff. Run this guy without 17 Frieza. Just see it. They don't want you to run reps, right? They want leader sloppy toppy. Run him on a Saiyan team. Run UVB, him, Buu Duo. Run that. Watch his damage from 17 Frieza with him when you're stacking them and doing their bullshit, whatever. And even the guard, 10% guard is 10% guard. Is still something. He's reliant on a unit that doesn't even fucking care about him at all. They kind of think he stinks like shit. So, just note that. This motherfucker cannot be top 10.
Universe rep member. But Boo Bros also just being a Saiyan can work well with him to complete the team, and you add on the Zenkai buffs and it just works. That team is...
Who am I Zenkai buffing on that team? I'm Zenkai buffing 2x Buu Duo, maybe 1x to Goku, because Buu Duo is my priority because they're the better unit of the team in an offense setting. Yeah. This guy 1x. His Zenkai buffs suck, even kind of totality-wise of Strike, specifically Strike. This guy is in hell. Kaio-Ken is in hell. And it shouldn't have been a Goku. You know what? It should have been a fucking 10,000 Kamehameha angle Goku that has a pretty cool model. Because the only redeeming qualities about this character is his card art looks pretty good. I wouldn't say perfect, but it's like a solid 7, I give it. And then his aura, literal in-game aura, is it's damn near Namek Goku level. Because both of them have really, really good modeling and shading on them. And that's it. There's no positive say about his kit or anything further than that. Even his element's not good enough because he's not good enough. It's a perfect element.
Of course, there are multiple teams in the meta right now that could go up against that team as well. But I think that team in existence is good enough to say that, yeah, Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken Goku with his survivability buff cancellation, which is very useful when you have Gold 17 who have the same thing, and Boo Bros who are going to be doing a Spirit Bomb in the back.
To be fair, you're kind of wasting both cancel buffs because they both have it, so it's kind of like, it's not like it's unnecessary to have, but it's like, let's say Broly has perform, so you could have Broly in base for long, and then 17 Freeze to proc all their cancel buffs, and then from there Broly has more stock because his further ones, because he transformed, he got another one, he transformed again, he got another one. It's kind of like that, where you could just have more significance and value. And I'm pretty sure Broly's not that high on this list compared to most people, so there's a super stock of Broly, and this guy's meant to, again, stop Broly, and he does not do that.
This guy here will bring that team to the moon. He's just a helpful asset and protects them on the back end. So at my number 10, I've got Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken Goku. I just wish his offenses were better, because the way it's written in his kit, it's like he's supposed to be a nuker, but then he just doesn't do that, which is sad. Very sad. At number 9, we've got...
Yo, people do not use this unit before they talk on them. I swear on my soul, bro. Ain't no fucking way. They're at 9? I forgot some of this list, and clearly my brain did it, you know, subconsciously to, like, save me, because 9? Dog, what? Yo, the amount of disrespect people get on Gohan Trunks' name is fucked. Like, they got fucked by Buduo, but since they've just been on the up and up, it hasn't been that long, but they've just been on an up and up. They literally are one of the best units in the game just to individually go. I feel like they get so much slander more than they deserve, just because it's Gohan as well. It's like, oh no, we can't respect him, he's either God or he's shit, and it's like, that's definitely not the case, but you know, we like to look at things black and white here, and evidently number 9, this is a very black and white position for this character. This is, let's hear it, but this positioning makes me assume this unit has not been run very often.
Gohan and Trunks. Now, I've seen a couple builds with this unit here, and they are looking quite good, but the units that they use at optimal level probably are just better off with other units, or those units involved aren't necessarily high tiers. For example...
Well, let me just give an example, by the way, of one thing they do really stellar, which I'm pretty sure won't be mentioned here because they're super low in the list, comparably to where they probably really, like, deserve to be. Because I had my own list. They're 5 for me or some shit, right? That's stupid high, but like they deserve to be there. This unit is one of the only that can actually stop UVB from doing what UVB does. They have -2 card draw speed. If you enter with them right after UVB pops his gauge, UVB will not draw cards. You will get maybe the upcoming 1 to 2, maybe even 3 cards. UVB will not have time to refill his gauge, so they'll be forced to swap out UVB or just end their combo more abruptly than they presumed because Gohan Trunks. And I'm talking even the first timer count of the match, not even after the 30. I'm talking the first timers. This is the only unit that's not Broly that could stop UVB, and clearly you could read the damn title. UVB is number 1 again. That is significant. Now, them being inferior teams to others that are better, that's just common sense because, yes, they are inferior to a UVB-esque for sure, but they definitely do not dwindle you. The Stealing the Rush, similar vibe to UVB, pair that together with him. Stupid value.
Example, the Super Saiyan 2 Bojack Gohan, Yellow Pan. That trio there, you can...
That's not a team. If you run that team, you're trolling.
Get very far with it with the right Zenkai buffs, but you can see the other 2 aren't high tiers. And then if you wanted to run Future, I really just feel like there are better options available if you want to consider the whole team. For example, you would use UVB, the Yellow Goku Black, who are blatantly better options than this Gohan.
But then this Gohan Trunks is better than Legend Rose, and it's not even close. Legend Rose is slow. You feel his slowness. I feel his slow. I had this unit 8 stars, or 10 stars, whatever. I had them below Legend Rose, and I easily would prefer running this unit where I'm like super dupering my UVB and this unit, like they're 2x, and like UVB's getting like 15 to 20% Ultra Ability, and TGB's Leader Slot maybe getting his Zenkai buff, and it's like, boom, everyone's just fucking glistening from that, because you have the rush ceiling so consistently, you have obviously the super damage from UVB beginning, and then this unit afterwards, or even during, can do that. Like, I definitely think Future as a team and as a trio is going to be UVB, Gohan Trunks, and then TGB, and I think it's super downplayed of actually how significant it can be. Even against the Blues that exist, you know what UVB is. Like, we all knew. Like, we all know, we all knew, and we all are experiencing it. And then here, you look in turn, you know what Broly is, and then you have a purple. And a purple that does damage, mind you. Broly does not exist when you run Gohan Trunks. Broly was crying when Gohan Trunks released. People forget that. I don't know why we're forgetting it again, because Broly is super high, like, for most people, and I feel like it's just disrespectful to this character if you don't put them high, because nothing's stopping them, like, totality-wise.
Gohan and Trunks. And then your third, if it's not Gohan and Trunks, you do have the option of the Blue Xenoverse 2 Rose, who can break combos, heal, and he does a lot of damage offensively with his ultimates and just combo extension in general.
Nah.
So it's really just more like a choice, in my opinion.
It's not close. It just isn't close. Who's better?
I think more than anything else, it's not really a knock to Gohan and Trunks, because if you wanted to say that this Gohan and Trunks is better than the Xenoverse 2 Rose, with Xenoverse 2 Rose being off boost, I wouldn't even go against that per se. But I think the issue is with this meta, as you see me climb up the list, you will see that the double blue thing that I spoke about with Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken Goku is a very big deal. You're going to be...
The thing is with that double blue, and obviously it'll get mentioned more and more, is UVB is ranked #1. So if you have UVB on said team and he's getting Zank Plus and he's getting, you know, the gas that he should be getting on a team, what is your struggle? If UVB can handle it, then why can't Gohan Trunks attempt to pair within that, I would say. I feel like, and that double blue, I don't even, it's more of a nuisance team than the best team. You know, whatever the best team is, it has UVB. That double blue is not, it's not scary. I don't know how else to phrase this. It just is there. It's annoying. You know, double blue with Broly, whatever. This team is kind of just like, not an antithesis, but definitely is one of the better teams against that, a nuisance of a team, because that is not like a best team. It just isn't.
Running this half red unit when there are a lot of blues and strong blues right now. In the top 5, our league.
Strong? Who? Who the fuck's a lot of blues? There's 2. One's a half. By the way, purple fucking destroying Frieza here with Gohan Trunks. Just saying, that's very, very, like, easy. So just acknowledge that as well. There's only 2. If Legend Rose is top 5 here, this is fucking insane to me.
Some of the
That's
list.
fucking
there
crazy.
Are 2 blues. That is going to be a game changer. When
frankly, Legend Rose being above Gohan Trunks is crazy.
Especially one that is just getting, you could say, weaker by the day, coming off the boost, etc. So for those reasons, like as we go forward, obviously it will get worse for them. For those reasons, I cannot have Gohan and Trunks higher than this. It's not that I don't think they won't perform. They are very good offensively, but simply it's dangerous to run them. Also with the big elephant in the room.
I don't see the danger in running them at all. I don't.
They have no survivability, and almost everybody in this list.
I still disagree. They have the tag switching, which is attrition state, because you heal a lot. You heal a fuck ton, actually. You have the very good disrupt within them, the sealing the rush, the refreshing of the -2 cardinal speed if they are having, you know, tag switch and they kind of refresh that. Even they get drop comboed against, they could kind of force that as well. They have pretty good disruption. For a tag unit, theirs is much better than the fucking Buu Duo. It's not even a fucking argument. Are you kidding me? Buu Duo is like okay, the card cost thing, and then boom, 3 cards later, you're done. Okay, you have overdrive, then you just ignore it. It's just insignificant. The -2 card draw speed, though? What the? How? You can't ignore that. Are you kidding me? Most units aren't even immune to that. That's much more significant, and it's every single setting. Buu Duo's best disrupt is 50 proc 1 time. That's it. This unit's so much better on disruption than given credit for.
Has some sort of survivability. Everybody on this list literally has some sort of survivability. So not having...
What's UVB survivability? He's on the list. What is his survivability? I'd like to hear. Don't say the rush seal, because they have the same exact fucking thing. What's UVB's? He's #1, I agree. Not everyone has the same survivability. No. They have the same exact thing. Shit, Gohan Trunks have cancel buffs, don't they? I mean, come on, man. This is just a little bit of a fusion glaze, in my opinion, because UVB and Gohan Trunks have the same survivability. Gohan Trunks have it better. But yet they're so low. It's just disrespectful to them.
In my opinion, and it's not enough for what they offer to put them up. Hybrid Saiyans needs to be a tiny bit better. Like, if they put Super Saiyan 2 Gohan on the boost, this guy would skyrocket, honestly. But outside of that, I really can't push
Future, man.
It doesn't make sense, especially
Future
rationales for the rest of the list. So I've got Gohan and Trunks at #9. Now, you gotta hear me out. I know that...
I'm okay with this. Frankly, this unit's okay enough. I mean, he's still fucking, you know, the dilemmas he has are still dilemmas he has within being ugly as shit, reuse, blah, blah, blah. You all know that. Even the card art fucking atrocious, and copy pasting of using Gogeta Blue from 6th tier, but I can understand his placement. I had him around this spot. I believe it was Legend Rose and Shalot I had tied, so if I agree to a tier, I'm just going to skip forward because I'm yapping about these two, and it's because I disagree. But here, you know, if I can agree, then we're just going to move on to the end of it. I mean, we'll hear a little bit about it, but nothing crazy.
Units that can fill the exact same position, just in a better way, based on elements and team synergies, and you'll see that as we go along. So Shalot, he's simply gaining value.
Obviously, don't think Gohan and Trunks is worse than, you know, Mr. Wannabe Fusion here from Temu, but, you know, it is what it is.
Based on his element and blues being very prevalent in this meta right now. Hopefully that makes sense. I understand that Gohan and Trunks are better individually, but that's not what meta tier lists are about. You got...
To a degree, I don't think that's a bad take. I just think most times, even if a unit is a better element, the unit that is just overall better will still show more significance. Like, I don't know really many sequences where that's not the case. I feel like it's more of an anomaly to see, like, this, where you know a unit's worse, but, like, you're rating them higher because, like, this, that, and the other. If the blue units in this game were #1, I could get this a little bit more. But they're not. Again, look at the fucking title there. They're not. So I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know.
And who you're going to be fighting going forward. But yeah, #8, we've got Shalot. Now we've got the blue Xenoverse.
That's super... It's not even that super high compared to what I put. But again, compared to Gohan Trunks, man, I don't know.
Rose.
I'm just going to stick on that.
Unit here being blue,
let me hear.
He's going to be working against the reds that exist. But he's also in a safe position because there aren't a lot of greens that you can choose from in the meta right now.
No. Yeah, no. I mean, you're going to fight greens damn near every game. You know, give, you know, play to that because that you are fighting Sensing Frieza. You are fighting Broly damn near every game. One of the two, if not both together. The thing is with this guy, I don't know, man. His slowness, like, this is why I had him comparable to Shalot because it's like he's slow. He is slow. He is not going. If you don't have those greens or, you know, whatever card it is, I think it's green or blue, that, you know, has it where you can't be disrupted, essentially. He just... I don't know. Like, I don't even think he's bad. It's just he's feeling time. Like, time is catching to this guy. And he's been avoiding it. He, you know, avoided it during the entire anniversary. You know, kudos to the guy. But he's doing kind of what the tag droids did. The tag droids were infamously, given he's doing it worse because he was on the fucking, you know, top 1, top 2 arguments like the tag droids were during the entire fucking Annie. The 4th Annie. But he's doing the same... 4th Annie? 4th Annie? 4th Annie, yes, I was thinking 15. 4th Annie with MUI and Dragon Fist and all of them. But he's doing the same premise of it, where he's, you know, lasting throughout, being pretty top tier during, obviously being more significant as time, you know, progresses within another red unit, of double reds being premium units in the anniversary. But time is catching. I mean, tag droids had a similar vibe where they fell off once LF Cooler dropped, and it's like, okay, you weren't touching tag droids ever again. But they were still very good, being the pre-Annie bait, lasting through Annie, and they were doing their job. Even with Red MUI being what he was, you were still running tag droids. That's how good they were. You ran them together. And Leader Sloppy being what Leader Sloppy is. Legend Rose, similar premise there again, but now, I mean, he's feeling that time that, you know, 17, 18 felt. Like, that's just what happens.
Now, your
which is
two
okay.
main greens are going to be Broly or Shalot. And Broly, he's being used as more of a
17 Frieza
defensive wall. So you don't have to worry about him too much offensively in most cases. You shouldn't sleep on him, but I'm saying offensively, that's not Broly's kicker. It's where he's able to hold up the play. But Xenoverse 2 won't have to worry about his offenses too much, which keeps him...
I don't know if I agree with this. I mean, Broly, once he gets hit and then he lands a combo on you, like, I run a full defense only ever Broly build, and it's like, I see that motherfucker. I don't know, bro. He's not even saying anything negative at Broly within the offense. He's just saying, like, it's not that scary, like, comparatively to, like, what it usually, like, seemingly should be against, you know, type disadvantage. But, like, Broly can get scary, bro. Broly can get super scary, man. Especially if you're, like,
in that department,
forcing
also
him.
Having endurance and buff cancellation and healing, combo breaks, disrupt, that is going to help Xenoverse 2 Rose a lot. But on the opposite end, he's got a lot of reds to target, UVB and also Gogeta Blue. So that thing is, them having defense neutral makes him being blue, like, not insignificant, because eventually it will become significant. But you'll find matches where you just don't give a shit that this guy... It's like UVB being red against TGB. TGB has so much defense neutral, it's like he's being a fucking purple unit, or a green unit, or a red unit himself.
Like that's the same vibe. Like these units, you just won't feel that significance of type advantage for so many settings where I don't even think him being blue is like an amplification. Everyone has defense neutral 24/7. It's just who has the most damage within their burst that really matters the most. And this guy, I mean, he's not high on the list, but like he does not have that, man. He's one of the worst bursters in this list, if not the worst.
Xenoverse 2 is going to fit very well on a future team. There's UVB and the yellow Goku Black. He's going to fit very well on a Googete team.
This looks cool.
You've got Gogeta Blue and UVB, but then he won't necessarily make a first round pick on the Googete team because the yellow Goku.
This guy is never your first pick.
Black also exists,
no one on this list so far is.
How you want to play things, that's really up to you. I think having a full team with survivability, with the exception of like UVB, just based on how powerful he is, he's literally like outrageous. It's going to take you further than units that don't have survivability but are giving you gimmicks here and.
But does he have survivability? I mean, this guy kind of frail now. No, I mean, I don't know. People call Broly frail, and this guy dropped before Broly, and it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I got him 14. I don't know, man. I don't consider this guy really anything.
Disrupt from like Go 17, the Spirit Bomb from Boo Bros, UVB's ultimate, Gogeta Blue's active gauge. You still need to play around these things that are going to be in the background of the game but also in the forefront of the game at the same time. It's a very difficult playing field. If you make one mistake or you have one lapse in judgment, a blip, you're done. And I think Xenoverse 2 falls in the Xenoverse 2 Rose falls in the bounds of, okay, I'm protected defensively enough to stay alive, but I'm also being helped out and helping out units that are already powerful.
The thing is that also sucks to the unit is he's greedy, bro. So he's a greedy unit that wants to be your forefront, and like he was valid to be when he was newer, obviously, or when you don't have allies that are doing like a UVB-esque, right? A Gohan Trunks, UVB, Kaio-Ken, whatever the fuck. These units all want to be your forefronts. There's only so much, attention you could give a character. You're going to give it to the best one on your team. So you want to run him. Let's say he said UVB and UGB. I'm never touching Legend Rose. I mean, maybe, but like it's like because I had a swap because UVB just got like stopped on his comboing, and it's like, okay, now I'll run him, but it's not like he's doing some fucking crazy damage. So this guy's just never your forefront. I mean, I get why he's like in this boat because I'm not saying he's far off it, but speaking of the character, he definitely is just not really doing much right now.
So I can blend in between both depending on how I want to do things. For those reasons, he's gaining value, but at the same time, you might want to say he's declining in value, but I wouldn't say he's declining in value. Simply just he came off the boost, so that's holding him back just a tiny bit. He would be a lot higher if he was still in the boost, and I think everybody would agree.
No, I would not agree. I don't even think the boost is really significant to a lot of discussion. I feel like people overrate boost for a lot of characters, and I think this one would be definitely one of those characters.
So for those reasons, keeping that 7 is safe. I think he's just better fitting in most of his teams than Shalot, and his element is also in a good bound with the two blues that are in the top 5, which I keep saying throughout this whole tier list. But yeah, Xenoverse 2 Rose. This
is not top 5.
We've got Mr. Legend.
This was what I remember. This, and it's like, come on, bro. What are we doing? What the fuck are we doing? We're talking about 2 blues in the top 5. But the green, the best green is number 6.
Broly at number 6. I already dropped my apology video. He's not dead yet. He's got a bit of life. But we're going to wait to see what the next Ultra is going to be, because that
yellow PL unit
could make or break this unit's potential.
Ain't nothing making a break in this guy. A purple just dropped and they're insignificant as shit. We got 2 purple Zenkais down there. Did nothing to Broly. We have a purple legend who hurt Broly, but Broly still came back stronger. And we have a purple, well, half purple legend. And then we have a wannabe purple legend in Kaio-Ken that also made no significance against Broly. Broly is not dipping. Broly is not allowed to dip. We've had 4 purples get buffed within the time span of Broly coexisting or around the era of it or release. And Broly has only moved because of them once. Of those 4, only 1 has been substantial enough to move Broly. And it moved him decently. But look where they are. Look where he is. I mean, I don't agree with the placements of them, but still, Broly's definitely more significant in value than the Gohan Trunks ever have been.
Watch my previous video if you don't know what I'm talking about. But Legend Broly right here, he's declined in value for 2 reasons. Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken Goku, which is not even the biggest shift in the world. I'm not gonna lie. He's not the core reason, even though he kind of is the core reason. But it's really that the PvP season has shifted over to a new one, and because of that, he's came off the boost. So losing value coming off the boost. He's defensively weaker, offensively weaker, and those two things is gonna hold him back quite a bit.
This unit goes from top 2 or whatever the fuck, I assume at least top 3 to 6 because he lost 10% guard.
Offensively, he wasn't always that guy, but he could do damage. But now he's not going to be really kicking his damage. But defensively, he's going to be weaker than before, but still good enough to be used, especially because Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken Goku isn't pulling his weight offensively. That's very unfortunate, but it depends on how you see it. You know, you might like Broly a lot, so it's not unfortunate. It's fortunate that he's not doing worse off. So yeah, Broly was like a top 3 standard at the end of the 8th anniversary, in my opinion. And now he's moved down to 6th place, which is still pretty good. You know, I think anybody in the top 6 of this tier list is really controlling.
Is this UGB above Broly? When will we end our fusion bias? Oh, I just recognized it. I just saw him and I saw... dog, what the fuck are we talking about? So, God, I'm gonna hear Stardust Fall Glaze for 5 minutes straight.
The game to a degree. So I don't think this is bad at all, and I think there's going to be like a lot of micromanagement in terms of element. There's a lot of value there.
TGB as well.
He's the better green, because you don't necessarily want to use a green for offenses based on the fact that Broly and Shalot are not exactly the greatest units to do damage. You just use them to absorb hits on the defensive end. I just feel like Shalot has...
Who the fuck used Shalot to do that?
A lot of those offensive capabilities, like an ult and a blue card consistently coming in. The one ult and multiple blue cards. So he's just going to be a quick blow things up and then dip, you know. But Broly, he's going to consistently provide you that value of his gauge where he can stall out and get your actual good units back in.
Yes.
And I think that's like inevitable.
Yes, which is super valuable, because if you don't get those units back in, then you'll lose. Broly is literally a get out of jail. Broly is Buhan on steroids. People respected Buhan after the World Championship. Then he was rated this top 1, 2, whatever bullshit for a good amount of time there until, you know, Legend Rose dropped and all that shit. But he got, you know, respect. Broly is Buhan on roids and on fucking tar. Like, your only way to deter UVB is by nobody doing what I'm going to say of Gohan Trunks disrupting. So just fucking ignore that. But the way you are doing it, and everyone's doing it, the only way everyone's fucking even trying to do it is Broly. Broly's so significant because he is your literally only way to stop UVB of a consistent value that everyone's going to try and is running right now. Does that not alone merit him higher? Like, that alone has to merit him to be at least above TGB and UGB, who are going to be on this list. I see the list. I can already envision the list here in my mind. I see UGB next. I see TGB. I see 2-3 of Buu Duo and 17 Frieza. Then I see UVB. I can envision it. Honestly, I could somehow see UGB being number 4. This is slanderous on Broly's name. This is beyond slander.
More valuable than everybody that we've had so far. If we get one strong purple, or somehow Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken gets a small buff in some way, shape, or form, so directly or indirectly, I think Broly will immediately decline. But if the next unit...
Yes, Broly will decline if a strong purple arrives. That is how color advantage works. In turn, because, you know, at some point you will actually feel your color advantage, somewhat, if, you know, the unit allows you to. Some units don't. But in turn, we've had purples. We've had them. Them being subpar is what it is. You know, people want to say Cell's good. People want to say Reflon's good. People want to say these things. If they're so good, then why is Broly not dipping further than, well, this is beyond fucking low, but further than this? People say those units are good. So it's like, people bitched about Gohan, you know?
How red or even blue, I think Broly would get more value. No, if the next unit releases somehow yellow or blue. If they're yellow, it protects Broly from the purples. But if they're blue, it gives Broly a reason to be used.
He doesn't need who the fuck is harming Broly on this list, bro? Who the fuck? Look at the list. Tell me, who is Broly? He's scared of Gohan Trunks. I get it. but people aren't fucking respecting them, so I can't even fucking talk about them. People do not respect them enough at all, so it's not even a fucking point to bring up, because I know what they can do. People are not trying that fucking character. No one's running these other purples because they're not fucking good enough. Protection, we're gonna get a yellow ultra probably next, but he doesn't even need a yellow ultra. He's already vibing. There's no purples worrying him.
Blues and also dish out more damage based on being type advantage. But I think he's in a good position on this list because of everything I just explained.
Nah, it's dummy low,
Legend
bro.
Broly at number 6. You're still alive, buddy. You're still alive. Okay.
He's thriving. UGB is number 4. Yo. Nah, bruh. What are we talking about? Who the fuck? I don't even fight UGB. I really don't. I don't even think I've fucking seen the man. Nah, I fight Gohan and Trunks more than UGB.
5, we've got Legends Limited Goku Black Rose, the transforming unit. Now, to describe this unit, I wish I could just use actual words to give you what he does, and then it makes sense, because what he does is alone more valuable than everybody else in this list. But really,
number 5 unit has more value than all the units on his list. Holy shit.
If you've used Goku Black or you've experienced him fighting him, Yellow Goku Black is the biggest, just trust me bro, unit in the game. This guy's damage and defenses are enough to just say just trust me bro, and he's reaching top 5. It's ridiculous because he doesn't do anything special. He doesn't have any crazy gimmick.
He can defend against reds well, and he does good burst. That's about the extent I'd go. Blue card merch thing, you know, for his team, you know, that's nice. I'm not saying he's bad. I still think he's pretty significant, pretty good. But, like, this talk is crazy. You would think this guy's top 2 right now on this list.
He transforms, like, I guess. But then there's nothing super coming with that, you know? He just changes up his kit a bit. So, really, his platinum equipment just gave him a bunch of damage, a bunch of defenses. He cancels busts for the team. That's actually useful. He also does have endurance, so survivability is always great. Let me add, because he can defend, yes. He is able to disrupt combos. So his gauge, it's not even the greatest gauge, but he can break down combos with it. He heals a lot too. It's basic stuff, but he's just doing it at such a high level. That's
called inflation of equipment, because you feel that with every equipment nowadays for an LF. It's
without being
crazy.
Anything special.
Inflation's wild.
Mastering nothing. And that makes him a special unit. Even on his team compositions, because of just that, he is able to reach a first starting lineup 3 unit on the team. You're using...
What team is your priority? I'd like to hear this.
On God Key, you've got UVB and you've got GB.
Dog. Yeah, I gotta stop hearing about Gogeta Blue, bro.
That would arguably be better than him, depending on how you see it. Using him on Future, you've got UVB, and then you've got him. He's second pick straight up.
Yes.
You can use him on Saiyans.
But these are not the best teams, to be fair. But yes, he can be on those.
Would I say he's necessarily a first top 3 pick? Maybe not. But even then, he can perform at that level. It's crazy how much he's just plain Jane vanilla, but he's gonna cook. I can't really say more than that. It's literally just trust me, bro.
I don't disagree with this. The premise, what he's saying is correct. I mean, maybe the fucking degree he's gassing this guy is a little bit overblown, but I don't think he's better than Broly, obviously, because Broly has a lot more intangibilities that matter more, like rush ceiling, main ceiling, blah, blah, blah. Those are much more significant than anything TGB has. I don't give a fuck if his defense is better or even offense. Those intangibilities will win you games, just forefront more. But still, and obviously Broly's stopping a guarantee combo, and TGB's like half-baked, decent disruptive gauge. It's not anything crazy. It's average at best. Obviously, I'd put Broly much higher, but I mean, I don't disrespect TGB. I know he's capable of what he is.
If you used him, you know. If you fought him, you know. You just have to trust me with this. And I don't like saying that, but there's nothing else to say. Like, dead serious. Just trust me, bro. Goku Black Rose, just pure stats. He's him, bruh. Number 5, Goku Black Rose. At number 4, we've... got Gogeta Blue. Now, I think with Gogeta Blue, he's going to be slowly declining. And that makes sense, in my opinion. I think it does make sense. His damage is going to start falling off further and further down the line. And because of that, he's going to be very reliant on him building up. But what's the point of building up with Gogeta Blue when you can just do damage out the gate with whatever units are going to exist?
Exactly.
Boost in some way, shape, or form.
Why? That's a great argument. Why would you ever use this guy when you have others that are doing better and better and faster and burster and more intangibilities if they're not doing offense? Much more significant to the actual match.
He will cook 100%. I think the thing keeping him in the game is that his active gauge is something you still have to consider, because if...
Oh my god, bro. Yo, matches go so quick because of his number one unit here, and it's everyone's number one unit of UVB. Why would you? I don't even think about UGB doing his fucking Stardust Fall. It doesn't even strike a chord to me. If I ever fight this guy, I think he's gonna die first, because he is. If he's running anywhere, he's always the first dead. He's always the worst one on the fucking team. He's the most fucking frail on the team, bro. I don't even think about Stardust Fall. Matches go so quick within how you just burst down. If you get a kill first, you just basically damn near guaranteed win. I have no respect to UGB being this high, bro.
You've lost somebody, and that can still do a bit of damage. His element right now, I would say it's okay.
He has 2 units that are in the top 3 that are fucking half blue and then a blue. Fuck you mean his element's okay?
He's not really.
But Gohan and Trunks, it's bad, and they're half purple? Like, hello?
Doing much with his element. Based on the fact that there's
no, he's getting harmed. He's harmed because he's red. If he's red, he's harmed. He's red, he's harmed.
There's only yellow Goku Black Rose, and he has ability to go type neutral in instances, so...
It's on green. Greens are not consistent.
I don't think he's worried that much. It's more just the active gauge can really slip through.
He's not worried.
Everybody on this list, besides maybe Gohan and Trunks, has survivability.
I don't understand this. UVB and Gohan and Trunks had the same exact disruption. Gohan and Trunks actually can remove Dragon Balls, pretty sure, within their kit. So they have that, and they gain them, I'm pretty sure, as well. They have the same exact thing. UVB and Gohan and Trunks have the same exact survivability. They both steal Rush on their fucking situational of being in. I don't understand this. I don't actually comprehend this. I'm so confused. Why is there so much Gohan and Trunks slander on this? It's the same as UVB.
Literally take out the endurance, and then you hit an active gauge. Somebody's losing their life, and if they're not losing their life, people can lose a lot.
Yeah, but this guy's hiding a lot of the game just to get to that point, because he's just most insignificant in the match of bursting. He is not significant because he is a ramp up that's slower than others, because others are just better at doing that job.
Damage, especially because of AoEs. But he does have a lot of other things that could help him out. For example, type neutral on the green card, combo extension. It's futile, which I don't see a lot of people use, but if you catch the opportunity to stall so you can build up your Vanish gauge, you can use it effectively, and I've done that a lot and done a lot more damage than I expected to do. And then on the cherry on top of the cake, he has survivability as well.
I hate this word now. You can't be survivability if you're frail as shit.
So that just keeps him good. I think Gogeta Blue is just an all-around great unit. He's like yellow Goku Black, but they've put more gimmicks into his kit, which makes him more valuable.
Yellow Goku Black is eating UVB hits from time to time. And we're talking UGB is that, but newer and gimmickier and better, because hell nah, bruh.
Because you have to consider those things at the front of your head.
Yeah,
at all points.
They're in the back of my head, unfortunately.
And you've somehow just lost the unit, and you wouldn't want that in any
circumstance. Yeah, I don't know how I lost my unit either. It's crazy work.
So I don't really have much more to say about Gogeta.
Everyone has endurance in this entire game, but Stardust Fall is effective. I don't know.
It's really just his talent keeping him alive, and I think that's enough, but I don't see him staying this high going forward.
He's not this high at all. He's nowhere near this.
I can't really judge him because we don't know what else we're gonna get. Number 4, Ultra Gogeta Blue 2.0. So we've come to the 2 and 3.
Obviously agreed to this. I would actually say it's no, wait, huh? I think I have Broly and 17 Frieza swap, well then Budo before. Yeah, I'd have that because obviously it's 2 fucking greens, Budo, you know. You can also get fucked by UVB, so it's kind of a problem. You also could tank the Spirit Bomb for a decent degree for some characters on this list, especially, you know, 17 Frieza. Bujo can't be number 2 for me, though.
And it's the only interchangeable slot I have on this list. We've got Boo Bros, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. It's Vegeta Goku, but it's actually Goku and Vegeta. So Goku Super Saiyan 3 and Vegeta Super Saiyan 2. And then we've got Go 17, aka Golden Frieza.
It's a terrible nickname.
17, the tag unit, the new legend unit.
Just saying, I hate hearing it. I always hear it.
Super Saiyan Blue, Kaio-Ken, Goku. The reason why they are joint is because I feel like they play in a way where they're joint at the hip. And without Go 17, Boo Bros, hey, you would be dropping a lot of numbers on this list.
What? Doesn't 17 Frieza hurt the Boo Duo by being half green and not PO, so they survive Spirit Bomb? I don't get that. What? I'm so confused.
17 are keeping your stocks high.
I don't get it.
Any team you want to run in the game, the best variation of that team is running these two together and picking your third.
No. 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 Okay, so the best variants of teams would be you put UVB, and then you argue yourself, do I want to run 17 Frieza or the Boo Duo? And then you put Broly. And that's your best team for yourself. That duo ship is not as strong people maybe think, and UVB just fuck it, because UVB doesn't really give a fuck, and we all know that, right?
What do you want your third to be? Boo Duo, Go 17, UVB. Perfect team. Boo Duo, Go 17, Gogeta Blue. Perfect team.
So how does Evo's even work for Boo Duo, 17 Frieza, and UVB? Kind of sounds very finicky. I'm not even sure how that would even, kind of flow, because, yeah, that just doesn't even sound like it's the abilities, actually. That sounds pretty bad.
Go 17, Goku Black Rose. Perfect team. All the way down to what I spoke about at the start of the video, Boo Duo.
Is he saying that if you run Gohan Trunks, Boo Duo, 17 Frieza, that'd be a perfect team? A triple tag team? Come on, man.
Go 17.
Come on.
And then we've got Legend Super Saiyan Blue Kaio-Ken Goku, which is actually a great team, specifically because he's also Universe rep. But you can make almost everybody on this list work, besides maybe Shalot and Super Saiyan Gohan and Trunks. But
there you go. You didn't say that, at least.
Shalot could slip in. Pause. Anyways, let me talk about them individually, even though you probably know what they do. The Boo Duo. The Boo Duo, you need to get their Spirit Bomb ticking, because once their Spirit Bomb is ticking, everybody's mind goes into overdrive of, okay, I need to make certain plays work right now, because if I don't, I am going to get a Spirit Bomb to the dome when my game is done. It changes everybody.
It's not necessarily done, but
psychology, and because of that, that influence is enough to say they are a top 2, top 3 unit. Crazy enough, though, a lot of people are devaluing them based on the fact that they don't do anything else but their Spirit Bomb, and
which is false.
A lot of time to get there, especially when units are doing a lot of.
It does not take any time to get there. What the fuck?
Especially if you slip up, you can easily lose them if you don't get into that prep stage.
It's very difficult to lose them fast.
Because before that, they do not have survivability. So you need to be very careful using Boo Bros. If you don't get them to the prep stage, they're quite...
The way he spoke about TGB compared to how he's talking about the Boo Duo, despite the swapping, or not even swapping, the positioning of them is fucking insane.
The fodder. They can do long combos and they can do damage because they are supposed to build up cards to get to the prep stage, but you can still get through them prior to that, and you can also just rise and rush them to avoid getting Spirit Bombed, which is a factor.
If you lose your Boo Duo early before you Spirit Bomb, like not even in prep, but like before you even get to prep, you might just be fucking brain dead.
But I do like their disrupt when they are in the prep stage modes with Vegeta. Now going into Go 17, let's start with the fact that first they have 2 elements. They are blue and they are also green. Green, super green, which means they're also type advantage over Boo Duo and themselves, honestly. Also, in addition, Xenoverse to Rose. I think the element does put them in a good standing. The best thing about them is easily the fact that they have survivability, so endurance
and UVB,
buff cancellation, and their disrupt
and UGB
really, really good while supporting their whole team. If you're Universe rep, you're going to be getting more, but in general, they are just very supportive while also dishing out offensive damage. A great all-round unit, just doing that better than the rest, but also helping out their team and keeping the team alive. I don't think you can ask for more from Go 17, really and truly. Now you pair these two units together, you've got a Spirit Bomb ticking down and a unit supporting them in the background and keeping them alive through Disrupt and survivability. Honestly, Buu Duo out of anybody in the game is getting uplifted the most, especially because they are also the same.
I don't understand that at all. I'm so confused. This unit has an element advantage setting to this character, super element advantage to this character for whenever you get to really deem you want it. How are they getting more value stock of like this duo ship being so finite perfect, all that, than someone in the likes of like a UVB? Like he's like the phrasing on this is just, oh, the Buu Duo is godly because of 17 Frieza, but the 17 Frieza hurt the Buu Duo. It's just objective. Yeah, they can help them, but they definitely are hurting them more than helping them because of their element. Like them not being PO, them being half green, that is hurting the Buu Duo a lot. If you call them Spirit Bomb Merchants, guess what? You could validate that to a degree against 17 Frieza because it won't be doing anything. Like they have like a few counts of overall neutral when they're doing cars, when they're spamming at the end, but like they're not gonna feel that shit very consistently. I don't get this whole 17 Frieza help everybody, but specifying the Buu Duo when they literally hurt the Buu Duo, I don't get that at all.
Elements. Now, in that case, I don't want to say it's going to help out that much, but it can in cases, depending on how you're building your team with the rest of the bench. For example, having a purple, you will be able to protect those blues. Or even better, having a yellow with Goku Black Rose, you can protect that unit with these blues. Or if you just want to consider the green and you run a red, you can now protect that red with the green half of Frieza. Honestly, you're just getting so much benefits out of the...
Also, issue with this team, this duo ship here, is you don't really have a tank. He just said Buu Duo don't really have, much within that, survivability-esque asset before Spirit Bomb, and even after Spirit Bomb, they clearly don't. Sensei Frieza are not the most fucking beefy units in the game, especially without big moves hitting them, because that's when they get their extra guard. You don't have a tank. UVB, I guess, could be your tank, but like it's UVB against the fucking world at this point, and you got a rush done against you. Boom, Buu Duo die, UVB die, because you just could get caught out like that. Because it's 2 out of 3, it's pretty easy to do, and like these are non-safeties. Like we're talking about Gohan and Trunks non-safety in the beginning here. Well, that would be 2 out of your 3 units being not safety, and that's your 1, 2, 3. You have to have more safety merit. It's going to be a best team in the game of a 1, 2, 3. It literally objectively has to, because then it's just not consistent. It's literally just inconsistent as fuck.
These two together, it's nuts. If you have both of them, please use both of them. They will get you the freest wins ever.
Not together.
We've got 2 Buu Bros, 3 Golden, Frieza, and 17. Can also be
and 1 UVB.
So 17 can be 2, and Buu Bros can be 3. The number 1 here, and I'm ready to get out of here because I'm recording this at 2:36 a.m.
UVB.
Ultra Vegito Blue. Yes, he's still number 1. It's crazy because
obviously it's the case. There's no preamble to go into here. There's things I skipped around within, Mr. Shalot, and probably not much else, because I think a lot of this list, I would argue, is well, it's an opinion, so I can't say wrong, but I don't know I can't validate the things that I'm hearing to the experiences I've had and to things that I see more commonly spoken about for these characters. Like Broly being, like, just looking at this off the cuff, I see UGB above Broly, I think, okay, trolling. I see TGB above Broly, I think, okay, trolling. I see Gohan Trunks below top 8, I think, okay, trolling. I see Kaio-Ken even talked about on the list, okay, trolling. Like, obviously, I go into the detail of it during the entire video here, but, even seeing where Broly isn't, like, touching top 3, I think, okay, like, like, what are we doing here, bro? I don't know, man. A lot of this list, we're talking about UGB more valuable than Broly, bro. Like, I don't know what to do with that. I don't see that. Most people don't see that. It doesn't matter about that, but I'm just saying as well. Most people would definitely say Broly's more valuable UGB by far. Nonetheless, interesting list. Definitely no Legend Bardock here, so that's at least nice to see. At least not actually on the list. And, well, no Kaio-Ken top 5, so that's nice. But what I think of my reaction to Zakashi's top 10 tier list for the middle of August here. And I'll see you guys in the next one.